I'm working in the New Perspectives Access 2007 textbook. I'm in Tutorial 7. I'm on page AC 379, and I'm going to create the report that you see in Figure 7-45. I'm looking at page 4 of this report. I see the date, a title, the page number, company name, product type, price, and unit, and then below it I see a group. Now there are two product type fields that are used here. One's coming from the company table, one's coming from the product table. The group is the product type by company. Stone materials is in the company table. Limestone paver, Matte paver, wallstone, those are in the product table. So I'm going to go to Create and Blank Report. And I'm going to start by going to the field list, and I have the report selected here. I'm going to go to Data, I'm going to go to Record Source, and I'm going to have to pull this out a little bit so I can see it. And I want to use the company products queried. So now I'm going to go back to Format, I'm going to add existing fields, and I'm going to add the fields for this particular report. The ones that I want are company name, product type, from the product table, price, and unit. I'm going to put this this report together quickly, and then I'll fix it as far as making it look pretty. I'm going to add a group. I want to group by the product type from the company field. Also with this, it says that I want to keep the whole group together. I'm going to find that on here. Keep the whole group together. And I need a total. And I want a total, and I want to total on product type. And I want to count those values. I want to show the grand total, and I want to show in the group footer. Now let's just take a quick look to see what it looks like. Now the way to really figure out if we're on track with a report is to go to the last page. I see 64, I see 3, I see quarry, rock, and stone, and I see my Matte. But my sorts aren't there, so I'm going to add a sort, and I'm going to sort on company name, and I'm going to sort on product. Now what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to fix these fields and bring this out, bring this out, and bring that out. Let's go to the property sheet, and in order to make sure that I see the name of the company only once, I'm going to hide duplicates. Okay. So let's go to the end of the report again, just to take a look at it. It's looking good. So that I can see what I'm doing, because I'm really done with it. Now what I want to do is I want to make sure that I save this so I don't lose it. I'm going to save it as RPT products available. Okay. And I'm going to go into Format here, and I'm going to add a title. So add a title, and I'm going to call that Products Available. And I'm going to add a page number, and I want the page number we can see on the right-hand side. So I want it on the right. It's going in there. It's not looking good, but we're going to fix that. And I need a date and time. I want it to look like this. I don't want to include the time. And put that in. Now I'm going to switch over to Design View, and I'm going to do some work on this. I'm going to bring this all down. So now I've got room. And I'm going to grab these and let go of page number. And bring these all down a little bit. Leave page number up there. And date needs to come over and go into my page header. So it's going to go in here. It's much longer than it needs to be. So is the page number. Much longer than they need to be. And I'm going to bring the products available and stick it in the middle. Okay, and what I'm going to do with that is I want it centered. So first I'm going to center the text, and then I'm going to take a look at my margins, my page width. My page width goes to 8, so I want this to sit right at 4. And that's basically going to center the page. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab these controls, and I'm going to go to Arrange, and I'm going to line them all bottom, and then I'm going to line them all top. Why didn't I line them all top to begin with? Because I wanted them all aligned with the top of products available. And so one was high, one was low, and so I put them all to the bottom, and then I move them all to the top. And it's easier to do it that way than to manually move these things around. Okay, so now let's go take a look and see what this is looking like. And I know that when you look at the picture in the book has the page number kind of in the middle of the page. Now, I don't like the way these are aligned. The date needs to align over to the left. The page number needs to align over the right. No problem with that. We'll close Print Preview. And I'm going to go again here. I'm in Design View. I'm going to align this. I want these controls all to align, so I'm going to grab this and move it a little bit to the right, and then grab them all and do align left, and then I'm going to align this, or align that text to the left. Grab this one. I'm going to bring it in a little bit off that margin. You don't want to stick anything right on the margin, if possibly not do that, because it could, when you render it for print, create that blank extra page. And now I'm going to format it so that it's aligned to the right. Let's take a quick look at it again. And it's actually looking pretty good here. And basically, at this point, the report that you were asked to create is done. The difference between what you see on my screen and what you see on the figure 7-45 is that my sections are smaller, shorter, and since they are, I have 3 pages. Now, to create those 4 pages like you see in the book, all I need to do is go into the section that adds the most space, and that would be the detail section. Give it a line of dots, just one, and look at it again in Print Preview. Now, I don't like having a total at the top of the last page, or on any page. It doesn't work very well. And I notice that there's a little bit more room in the footer section, so I'm going to add a space there, a little line of dots there, and I'll add another little line of dots right there in the details section. And that should give us the look that we see on page 4. Now I have a little too much space. No problem. We'll take a little back out of here. And pretty much got it made. The only thing that's missing is that line. And we want to fix these because they don't line up the way they want us to. So we'll grab this. And in order to resize those, I have to take them out of the group. So I'm not going to just take one section out of the group here. I'm going to take all of them out of the group. So I'm going to go in here and remove. And I'll grab then this and this and make those a little shorter. And I'm going to move them down one row. Now, did you see when I moved it? It actually jumped a little bit to the left. So when I click this one and I move it down, it jumped a little to the left. Now I want to keep these aligned, so I'm going to grab these and I'm going to do the same thing you saw me do before. I'm going to do a right and then I'm going to do a left. And so now they all align again. And I'll get my lines in the design here. I'm going to get this line and stick it in here. And I'm going to copy that and I'm going to put it down here and do Control B. And I'm going to grab this line and we'll do an arrange, and I'm going to line those again. Get a hold of that line down here in the bottom, and I want that one to be a little wider, like this. Now let's take a look at it again. And that's pretty much what they wanted us to do.